Alright, what's up everybody? So, I haven't done a video yet and I'm still working on editing the video for my lawn renovation, but I figure a video would be better than no video at this point. So just kind of want to show you guys what I've done with the lawn so far. And you can see right here, I still have some patchiness going on, but it has started to fill in. This area here has always been a little bit of a troublesome spot, and the main reason is because, well, Bermuda likes sun, right? So since I have my orange tree here, it doesn't get as much sun as the rest of my lawn, so it has to work its way through all the shade here. And also because of the tree here, it also fights for water and nutrients. So this area of my lawn's a little bit on the weaker side, but it's getting there. Something that I wanted to show you guys is I have used this sod plugger here to transplant some of the good lawn over into here. And you can see there's 3 plugs right there. I have a couple more right around here. There's another one right there. 2 right here. Put 1 in right there. Then I got a couple, or I have a few more throughout here. But again, the area here has always been slow the past few years. Now the rest of the lawn's looking pretty good. You can see here where I did the first set of plugs that the grass there has pretty much just about almost filled in all the way. You can barely notice them now. This right here was the second set of plugs that I ended up doing, so those are currently filling in. But the previous ones, they're almost gone. You can see a couple more, I inputted here a couple more plugs in this dead area of the lawn, so those are still making its way out, those are still spreading out. Something I want to mention here is you can see these thicker, kind of more vivid looking blades here. I believe this is all nutsedge. You can see the Bermuda here has a duller green look. So with the nutsedge, I don't want to put any kind of nutsedge killer on my lawn yet because my lawn still has some bare patches. But something though, I don't know, you guys could kind of try out is, well, at least what I've been doing is because I mow my lawn so low and I mow it so frequently, you actually don't really notice it too much. So if you're worried about nutsedge, you could just try that. Just mow very frequently. I mow every 2 days. And by constantly keeping the height of your lawn low, you won't notice the nutsedge as much, at least not until you're able to actually get rid of it. Okay, other area of the lawn here. This part's looking pretty good. This part of the lawn doesn't really have to compete with much. There's no like trees or any other extra plants for water and nutrients. Only thing is that this side is a little bit prone to more nutsedge, and it's also prone to more crabgrass. I have nutsedge, luckily no crabgrass. This area of my lawn right here struggles just because of the house and the angle of the way that the sun comes in. So this little strip right here, it's usually covered in shadow. There's always usually a shadow right there. Now the back part of my lawn over here, this spot has always struggled. I always have to water this area more than the rest of my lawn, and that's because I have a cactus here, and then I have these 2 giant trees that this area has to compete with. So the growth here, even though it gets a good amount of sunlight, once it hits the afternoon, This area pretty much becomes completely covered in shade due to these trees here. So it's not the most ideal situation, but you can see that there is some progress. There is some green. So hopefully I can get this filled in within the next few weeks. And this spot right here is doing okay. Still some little bare patches, but those are filling in. And another cactus right here that the grass has to compete with, but it's managing. So overall, the lawn's not great, but it is getting there. It still needs a couple more weeks to really set in. It also doesn't help that we just got done with a heat streak of over 100 degrees this past week. Also, I wanted to show you guys the height that I'm cutting at. So I'm cutting at considerably lower than an inch here. I would say maybe about 3/4 of an inch is what it looks like I'm pulling off here, but it's definitely under an inch. And again, I'm mowing every other day, so every 2 days. So I also want to share some of the products that I've been using. I try to use products that are readily available as much as possible. So stuff from, like, on occasion Walmart, stuff from Home Depot, Lowe's, things that you can order off of Amazon. I try not to buy anything from like any kind of specialty stores, because sometimes they can just be more expensive, or they take longer to ship. So when I started redoing the lawn, I applied some starter fertilizer, some of the Scott's starter fertilizer. That was from Home Depot. That was the granular stuff. Again, I'll be showing that in a different video, but at least for right now, what I did this week was that I should say about 2 weeks ago, I hit it right here with the Simple Solutions, the 1648. That's a good overall balanced fertilizer. I didn't do a full application. I only did a partial application, just kind of spoon feeding the lawn a little bit. And that was right before the heat wave that we had. And then what I did earlier this week is I hit it right here. This was one full application, which is approximately half the bottle, just about, of the 2800. And so what this is high nitrogen. So what that does is that it promotes a lot of topward growth. The grass, everything above the soil ends up growing. It gives it a boost, so that helps grow everything a little bit quicker. That also helps green up the lawn. And then I also did an application of this liquid iron right here. Same kind of principles. It will make the lawn a lot greener, and all that nutrients also helps more of the growth on top of the lawn. So two things to kind of help the lawn grow out a little bit faster, so that way those bare patches can start filling in a little bit quicker. And then last thing also is fungicide. If you're in a humid environment, so like I live in California, Central Valley, so it becomes very humid at nighttime, and that's when disease can spread in your lawn. So by doing an application of fungicide, that helps prevent any kind of disease. So those are the products that I've used so far. I just put those applications this week, so probably won't see the effects of them. We'll probably won't see the greener grass until about a week from now, and then I'll give you guys an update on how that looks. If you're curious about my watering schedule, because we did have a heat wave, so I was watering every other day, and I have 2 zones, so half an hour each day. And then on the days that I wasn't watering, I would still water in a sense, but I would only do 1 minute each side for every hour and a half, and that was just to cool off the lawn. It wasn't meant to be an actual watering. It was just to give the lawn a break from the heat. Again, just to kind of cool the grass off, so that way none of the grass would go into dormancy. That happened to me last year, where I wouldn't water the lawn. I wouldn't freshen up the lawn on those. I wouldn't cool it off on those really hot days, and I ended up getting patches of my lawn that would go into dormancy. And when your lawn wants to go into dormancy, you can get it out with a lot of frequent watering, but that usually takes like about 2 weeks until you can push that dormant lawn out and get new growth back in its place. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content, and I'll keep you guys updated on the lawn here.